everyone, welcome to the SBR round 11 at Zandvoort, and as you can see right now, the Alpha Tauri is now just out of XXYH Gamer now, just exiting the pit lane.
Just sorting out this, hold on.
Yeah, that's fine.
So stream's not streaming.
Pyro now, warming up his tyres. Lucas is now just coming out in the Williams.
Should be a very interesting quali.
Yep,
Should be
very interesting.
This track is a very
Slanted kind of track.
It's last who's to set that lap, really. It's, you know, track evolution is crazy around here, especially, well, it's not raining right now, but especially in the rain. So we're here watching Gamer on his lap. See how late he brakes around here. You can brake very late coming through there.
And there's a yellow flag down there. I think he's just going slowly.
Yeah, he's just going slowly to start his lap.
And I'm board here with the Alfa male who has just started his lap time. Hopefully getting a good one.
Yeah, Gamer going purple, of course, but that's the first person to go through the sector.
And Hug's binned it, and he's broken his front wing. That is not the greatest start for the Alfa Romeo driver.
He's out on the lap. Let's see this.
Whizben's
coming through sector 1. Let's see what his sector 1 time will be. So 25.2.
It's a purple sector 2 there for the Alpha Tauri of Gamer. And the I believe that's a Williams. No, that's an Aston Martin. In his way, but he's probably going to be very soon doing that. So let's start his lap time. And the first
Gamer goes a 1:11.4. That's pretty bad. Not bad, but he's going to have to improve a lot on his time.
Because its Pyro sets a 1:10.7. Good for Red Bull.
Yeah, I think that just sets benchmarks already.
Junior team very lacking. But then Hughes Kona takes the fastest lap of a 1:10.7 once again, beating him by like a couple hundred.
Lucas coming through the final corner now. He's looking a 1:11.7, slower than your Gamer. Whizburn through the first sector again.
On board here with Bennett into, I forgot what this turn's called. I think it's called Carousel. Around the penultimate corner goes Bennett. It's Mr. BT with fastest lap.
I'm on board with Cam now. Cam Dude starting his lap. Should be taking that
by the Aston Martin.
Yeah, taking that pretty smoothly through there. See how late he brakes around here. So you can brake quite late through there.
Oh, what's the Ferrari doing there? Going wide.
Oh yeah, he's only on his out laps. 24.7, sorry, for Candu through the first sector. As Skip Glatty's now on his out lap as well. Ven, is he on another lap? No, don't think he is. Mr. BT on a lap, I think. No, he's not. He's backed off.
Can Lightning beat going down? Can he guess the fastest lap of the race? Qualifying, it is a purple sector 1 of a 1:24.9 as a yellow flag. That's an Alpha Tauri going slowly. Jeez.
No, Skip Butty's gonna have to.
Bit tetchy there.
It's Pyro goes fastest in the second sector.
Can Lightning outpace him into the sector 2. No, he can't.
Now Pyro coming. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
With a 1:10.4, that is a benchmark, really.
On board here with Lightning's teammate. Lightning has just come P6, probably now in his in lap. Snell hopefully trying to get the best lap possible, and there's a yellow flag.
Yeah, well, I think Lightning gave him a bit of a tow coming through there, as Lightning was just in front of Snell on his lap. I think that's something they do quite often, actually. Neolet's gone fastest in the second sector.
Interesting. Now going down, there's that S, I believe that's an S. I'm not sure though. And he outbeats that sector 2. No, he counts as a 49.0, beating his teammate when he had a 49.1.
Now, Snell coming around the final corner. Looking strong. Should be a strong enough lap.
And as we see here, Bennett is out of the session. P2.
P2 is Snell with a 1:10.4. Wisburn 3/10 up. Is he going to pit? He's pitting. Strange.
Now just laying by our hug there.
Rayner, I think he's on his in lap, not going to lie. He's pretty slow through here. Be surprised if he doesn't pit. He's not pitting. He might be going for another lap though.
Who do you think is the main one to get through to Q2, and who do you think might go out of Q2?
I reckon... Well, it's tough to tell. This track's a very odd track. Like I said at the beginning, as V Robbie goes fastest in the first sector, it's very hard to... Like I said, you know, all Snell getting close. If you're last to set your lap, you're looking strong, you know, if you're up on your time as well. But, you know, I can't tell right now.
Marcus might be going with that strategy though you just said, just be last one. So
yeah.
Go out and set a lap.
Yeah. Saw Low Lion do it yesterday in Q3. He was the only one who didn't spin. He was the only one who didn't spin and got a very strong pole by a few tenths, I believe, by like a second actually, because of those soft tyres.
What do you think is? Oh,
no, go on. Who's on?
So what do you think is going to be the best tyre compound in the race? Like, what do you think the strategy would be?
I would say soft hard is probably the choice to go with. But you know, if you're feeling strong, start on the hards. You know, if you're feeling very pacey, start on the hards. It's, you know, hards is very actually right here. You know, they last quite a while. So yeah, as Mr. BT goes fast in the second sector. Yeah, I would as well. 2 tenths clear.
Probably in the pits.
Mr. BT coming across. Don't think he's going to improve. Is he going to improve? He does.
Great qualifying lap for the owner.
Cam Dude, 400ths up on his time for his first sector.
And Skip is out of the session. There's a yellow flag that's an AlphaTauri. Wisburn, what's happened here? What is happening here? That's
Why is he?
Anything.
Oh no, I think he might have a ban, not gonna lie. But Berger, watching Berger on his lap now. Taking that very well. Actually. I feel Skip Butty is very comfortable sitting there. P1, that's easy got him through. Cam Dude improves on his lap by 4 tenths.
On board here with Lucas currently on his out lap. Twist and turn, he's gone a bit wide. But that doesn't matter, he is on his out lap, so nothing should go wrong.
Hugh Connor now on his lap. Takes that very well through there, to be fair. Watching Berger, he's 200ths down. He needs. I don't know if he's going to be able to make a. If I was him, I would have backed off. Watching Lightning, he's just on his out lap, I reckon. Hack's coming across the line to start his lap. Lucas now on his lap as well.
Cam Dude probably going to go into the pits here 6 seconds slower than his fastest sector 2.
And yeah, Hugh Connor, fast sector 2 now. Is there going to be traffic holding him up though? No. Hugh Connor is very strong around here.
On board here
10-4.
with Hack going down down the S's, now into Carousel. Purple sector 2
Very strong.
for the Aston Martin. Around the penultimate corner, now down the final banking, can he get and out-qualify his teammate who's in P8?
It doesn't look strong. He's going to have to go out on another one, don't you think?
It looks like he's on his in lap, he does. He's going pretty slowly. Not anymore. Yeah, he is going pretty slowly. Or is it just a tactic through the corners? It's Pyro is out of the session.
Watching Lucas now going onto his lap. I think he probably backed off on his lap. Oh no, he's going pits. Okay.
On board here
So
with
someone said, F1 Leo said the first banked corner is the carousel. He thinks.
Oh, I'm sure it is. On board here with Malchus, the man who stayed in the pits for the longest time.
And Snell goes fastest in first sector, can I say? Let's see what Michaels can produce in his first sector. Very strong here yesterday as well. Of course, the championship leader in... Oh, and yeah, game is in the wall. In the carousel. Our Hugs a 10th up on his time as well.
What's happened to Malchus? Going
Sorry,
slowly
Leo.
on his lap.
Did Lightning get him in his way, or was he letting Lightning by, do you reckon?
He was letting Lightning by.
Okay. Well, Hughes Connor. Sorry?
Oh no. No, it's not. Happens. Happens to me all the time. Is he stalling the car? Looks like he is. No, he's not.
Our Hug got 2 tenths up on his time. Of course,
Wow, my game's glitching.
Wisburn is out though, so that might give the people in the dropout zone just that little bit more comfortability. Gonna watch Michaels now. Going for another lap, I believe. Taking it very well through there.
This McLaren car is completely glitched.
Which one? Snell?
Snell. He's just
No,
going
no. I think he's trying to get his ERS up. Oh, he's giving Lightning that toe. So you remember when I said about how the McLarens give each other toes?
Yes, you did say that.
What Lightning's gonna give?
Aboard to Lightning. And he's up their lap time, then a 1:11.0 doesn't look like it, currently. But maybe he can, down the straight he goes.
He's not
Nice the
upshifting.
line. He does not shift into the higher.
Now I'm watching Lucas on his lap.
And Connor's out of the section.
I think Hugh Connor can sit comfortably with that lap. I think Snell can comfortably retire, but I think he's going to want to give Lightning that toe, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, what a lap by Malchus all the way up into P9. Great play for Haas in the as a solo.
Yeah, Michaels is a very strong driver in Tier 2, championship leader of course. And him and his teammate Saro leading the constructors. Anyway, it's not what we're here for. V Robbie is up on his time, 300ths. And he goes very wide and almost loses it.
Now gets a purple sector 2 here. Can he out-qualify Skip Bottles? He is very close to him. Around the penultimate corner he goes. Down the banking. He's gonna do it. I feel like he will do it. Down the straight.
Yeah.
Yes, he will.
So
He will.
he's just on the edge of a 109 in Q3. It's going to be very interesting, I can tell you that now.
And he's just laying everyone by.
He is.
There's Lucas.
And what's that? Lightning spinning. Had a very bad corner. I think he's already backed off because that was a very bad corner from him. Watching Raynok now.
At the start of qualifying, I felt like it's going to be raining, or not anymore. The clouds try kind of resemble. Ooh,
And Lucas almost lost that. Raynok is 5.
He's binned it.
He's binned it. Oh wow.
He has binned it into just before the first to the tail of the S. Just lost the back end of touching the curb there. Unlucky.
Robbie's up on his time, but he's invalidated, and he had to be careful going touching that. Wow. So everyone from top 8 except from Snell are comfortable with their laps and reckon that they can get into Q2 with them laps. Personally, I think they can. Robbie.
I have a feeling that Skip Bottas is currently regretting that he should have retired. I feel like he's regretting it.
No, I think he's comfortable with taking P2 and Q1. Lightning's through. So yeah, Gamer, Hack, Wisburn, Lucas and Raynok dropped out in Q1.
No, it's going to be Lucas, Gamer, Hackley and Wisburn. Because there's always 15 into Q2. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, my bad.
And that is qualifying finished for you here. Or qualifying 1. What are your comments on qualifying 1? Was it decent?
It's very interesting to see what times they can produce in Q1.
Do you think they can improve it to Q? They can take it to Q2?
Oh, and I think very much 109s are bound to be set here. I think Skip Bus is now. Sorry, what?
Just saying, when the race finishes, I will help the owner with the results tonight, so I can just. I'm gonna just snap it through quickly. You can help me with it if you want to.
Yeah, that's if I'm here, but yeah. But that was a very, very interesting qualifying one. Very interesting to see who can produce what times. Very quick for Q1. think Snell, Skip Butties, Robbie didn't look too comfortable out on track, to be fair. He's of course a championship leader at the moment, so he's going to have to do some improving if he wants to keep that championship lead.
He's definitely in the championship 5, if I'm not mistaken, because I've been checking the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
I believe it's in the championship fight planet.
Yeah, and who is it?
That's an Alfa Romeo. I believe that's Hugh. Yep.
Sorry about that, some disturbance. So who is it going to be first setting their lap? It's going to be our Hug.
Does look like it, yes it does. His teammate surely behind him, just behind him, Alpha Tauri, Aston Martin of Bennett.
Yeah. Ben is can also have some pace if he finds it.
On board here with Hughes.
Pyro is out. And there's our Hug. Pyro's out of the pits. And there's our Hug is coming across the line to start his lap, sorry.
That's fun. Oh, what am I saying? Oh, what am I saying? Bennett now going down the straight just before starting his lap time. Hopefully he can get a good one.
Let's see what time our Hug can produce in the first sector. Did that carousel quite well actually. 24.9. It's not bad. Hugh Connor, strong round here.
Bennett. Oh, sorry. So Bennett with purple sector 1. Ooh. Bit of a bad S there. Oh, what's happened there?
Think he's still moving. He's still moving. Then does not get. Pyro is on his lap. I'm gonna watch his first sector, see how strong he can be.
Hog P1 currently, not the greatest lap time in my opinion. Needs some improvement on that if he wants to go for Q3.
Yeah, 100%. It's interesting to see who's on the mediums. It looks like some of the faster runners, so Snell, Hughes, and Mr. BT and Cam, feel they're comfortable starting on the mediums, so they're obviously going to go medium soft, I reckon, which I reckon they'll be safety car. So it will be interesting to see what strategies they go for there. As Hughes Connor sets a lap, which is good, but I reckon if he wants to get into Q3 he's going to want to improve on his time. Pyro goes quickest, of course he's on softs, but
we keep on doing it.
let's see what time Lightning can produce through the second sector. Missing some of his up gears, so I wouldn't be surprised if that affects his time.
Berger in the pits after. Oh no, he's not. Goes up into P2. Amazing lap improvement for him.
On the mediums as well. I reckon he's looking strong. Lightning's missing a lot of his up gears. I don't know if that was his out or I think he was on a lap there and then he messed it up. Skip Butties is now out on his outlap.
What's happened to Lot here? Going slowly.
Yeah,
Only
just
20
letting them by. I'm gonna see what time Skip Butty's gone to the soft, so I reckon he's gonna do soft hard, sorry. Like a lot of these soft runners will.
In my opinion, mediums can be the way forward. We can, okay, might do well with strategy-wise, because, like, let's say it's gonna rain, but people on the mediums will probably know it will be raining.
Yeah, exactly. They know stuff that we don't know. So, personally, the mediums can have a lot of pace here. They are a quick tyre. Let's see what Skip Butty can produce here. Lightning's going slow through there, obviously. Okay, Skip Butty's goes purple. First sector.
What's purple sector? Sector 1. Hoping to improve that. Oh, he smashed into the wall.
Oh yeah. Lightning goes purple sector 1 as well. Lot is there in the wall. Lot is out. Lot is out with a 136.6. He's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, he just had a snap of oversteer.
There's Snell. Yeah. Sorry about that. And obviously Lightning and Snell. Lightning's getting ready to give Henry Snell the toe for his lap, I reckon. And who's that? Off. Cam Dude is out of this session. Wow, was not expecting that. Wow, he was in fight for a good position there. Ven is out of the pits now. Hughes Connor starting his lap on the mediums. No, he's not. He is going into the pits.
Now rounding corners. Robbie hasn't even gone out of the pits yet. And Snell get purple sector 1? Yes, he can. He might be the front runner for purple sector 2s and 3s.
Yep, the McLarens are looking strong through sector 1. I bet they've done a lot of practicing of their toes as well. Snell is in fight for pole position here. I reckon he knows he can do it. I reckon he's going to be comfortable going through on these mediums. He's going purple sector 2 as well.
On board here with Mr. BT, the league owner, hopefully hoping to produce a good lap time on those fresh bits of mediums.
Now only goes P2.
And it is... Ooh, a bit...
No, that wasn't an actual lap, I reckon. I reckon he backed off, didn't he?
100%.
He's going on his lap now. He's only got 50% ERS though. He's taken that very well through there. Carousel. He's gone a bit wide, but not too wide at all.
Now going slowly.
Purple. Mr. BT goes purple.
Nice. Can he get sector 2?
Yep, so I think Snell will feel very comfortable in those mediums. I think he's probably comfortable to retire, but if he feels he needs to go out on another lap, as Mr. BT goes fast in the second sector as well.
He did.
So mirroring.
Around the final corner goes Mr. BT. Can he improve? Can he be his teammate? Oh no, wait, he isn't even there. But he goes P3, I mean it's better than nothing.
As GCL Michaels is up on his time by 400ths. and now he's down on his time. So he's obviously backed off because he's 2 seconds down on his time.
100%. I just came aboard with him when he just crossed the sector 2 line.
And as now Snell is coming into the pits.
Marcus joins him.
Oh, and then goes purple in the first sector as well.
Nice. Forward to V Robbie. About to start his lap time, the only one that hasn't started a lap other than Cam, but he has retired.
So it's interesting to see Hughes Connor as Ben goes purple in the second sector as well. Hughes Connor done 3 laps on those mediums, and so has Lightning. Do they not feel strong on the mediums?
There is a slight feeling that the people down the order definitely are not comfortable with the mediums other than the people in the top 8, I feel like.
Yep, as Ven goes P2. Well, if you look at it like this way, from 1 to top 8, like you said, they're all in the 10s, 110s, and then 9 and downwards are in the 11s. So it's interesting to see. V Robbie hasn't even set a time yet. He's on his lap now as he goes purple in the second sector though.
There's a yellow flag, that's now for Teir.
So what is V Robbie going to produce when he comes across the line? He's just come around the final banking, coming through the straight. He's going to produce a 1:10.5 that puts him in P4.
There's Red Bull being released from the pit lane. On board here with Hug, hoping to improve his 1:10.8 and now going down into Groves. I believe that's what they call them. That's what I call them. It's not a good sector 1, 2 tenths behind.
So if I was him, I don't think he's going to produce a good enough time to, well, he can, but I think I would back off if I was him as Ven retires in the pits.
On board here with Lightning and wait, I thought Lightning was on track, but he just went in the pits.
So Hug did indeed back off, and he reckon he's going to go for another lap. He's got enough ERS to go for a strong lap, as Mr. BT changes into softs, so he doesn't feel too strong on those mediums then. So does Burger. Sorry about that. As Burger goes... Yeah.
We're both spectating the same man. Around the final corner goes Hughes. Can he improve his 1:10.8 in the mediums? Yes, he can. He goes up all the way to 5th place.
So Burger coming through into second sector. He's fastest in the second sector as well. It's looking like a very strong lap from him. And he spun it.
And he spun it.
Wow. I guess he was just too trigger happy on the throttle, and I reckon that. Yeah, I reckon that those 2 purple sectors really got him a bit nervous. It's hard to tell, but
his car was retired.
Yeah, I guess he. Sorry.
It's fine.
It's interesting to see Toxic. Did he bin it or? No, he did not. Did he? I'm not sure if I missed something there, but he's retired, so
maybe he's confident with his position.
possibly. Now, Lightning out on his time, looking fast through here, fast through that right hander, through this hairpin. Could have tucked in a bit more, but it's alright.
On board here with Rayner. Can he outqualify Burger? so he can scrape through into Q3 with his teammate. It's Pyro. Round the not really final, down the yeses he goes. There was an Alpha Tauri of Bergman.
Oh, and Lightning has a huge snap of oversteer, and he does improve, but not enough. So he is out. Is Raynurk on a lap? Raynurk is indeed on a lap. He's very slow. That's not going to get him through, fortunately to say. So it looks like Berger should be through. Berger is through. The standings.
So this is your Q3 contestants here. It's Pyro, then it's Venet, Snell, Robbie, Hughes, Mr. BT, Toxic, Skip, Hug, and Berger.
That was a very interesting Q2. You know, it's interesting to see what people went out on. Surprised by people switching to their medium compound tyre. What do you think of it?
In my opinion, they're just trying to know what strategy they're going to do well with, if it's going to be wet or not, and it is actually possible because Netherlands can rain easily sometimes.
Yeah, it's a surprise. Can literally surprise us, but it's going to be interesting. Q3. People up for contestants for pole on front row is Pyro, Snell, Robbie came out of nowhere on those mediums, Mr. BT and Skip Butties.
Every single person on the mediums other than Malchus actually went through, which is pretty good.
But Michaels is in a good position, just one behind strategic pole position, so he might be in contestant for some points. He's a very strong driver indeed, very aggressive but very strong. As we head into Q3 now, this is what it's about. This final showdown to see who's on pole.
Who's going to be the first one out? Oh, looks like an Alpha Tauri.
Indeed it is an Alpha Tauri, and behind him is an Aston Martin of Ven. And then an Alfa Romeo. So we're going to watch Hughes on his out lap. We're going to see who comes out of the pits actually, because it's interesting to see. And that's Snell coming out of the pits. Just behind him it's Pyro.
Not switching gears, which is pretty odd.
Maybe he's just trying to warm up his gears. You never know. Could be warming up his engine. Does do a bit of wear, but you know, it's only a little race. It's not a. But so Hughes Connor letting Berger by, but that's Ven who's going to be setting the first lap unless he invalidates or spins off. But these drivers in Q3 are very strong. I doubt they're going to spin off.
Ooh, Venet smooching the grass there just before the banking. Invalidated lap time there. Will it have impact? No, it won't.
Well, it might have a little impact on straight line speed, but I don't think it'll be much, to be honest, because who's that, Berger behind him? Yeah, that's Berger behind him, but we're going to watch Ben through his first sector. What sector 1 time is he going to produce? He came off throttle there. That's strange from Ben.
On board here with Hughes going down. Yes, is just before sector 1. Can he get purple?
And he does.
Yes, he can actually.
But we're going to Pyro backed off as well. So we're going to watch Mr. BT. What sector time can he produce? I presume he's going to go for purple. Yeah, he does.
on board here with Snell with a purple sector 1 of a 24.3.
Now we're gonna
going down.
see. Sorry.
Now going down the S's. Hopefully doesn't mess up. Yes, he will not mess up there. Berger with a 110.8. Now he feels a lot more confident on those softs. Robbie taking a risk here, just chilling in the pits while everyone's out.
Yeah,
And
that's
Mr.
true.
BT
Toxic Jesus goes P3. Who's next? Then goes purple first sector as Snell goes P1. They can Snell. We know Snell can produce some better time than that, maybe by a tenth.
Yeah, and as we speak, Skip Botties did get the fastest lap at 110.083, and Snell on his in lap.
And then is 2 seconds up. He takes that very slow, very slow. I reckon that's goes on the grass again. He's going very wide to go into that corner. He's looking strong around here. I don't think it's enough to get him to P1 though.
It's Teir now going down like the penultimate straight, like it is a pretty long straight. Now just before that, I don't know what this corner's called. Now just before the penultimate corner, he does get overall a pretty good sector 2, in my opinion.
As everyone's pitting.
Down straight. DRS is reactive as DRS. Ooh, pretty interesting, this place.
Interesting from Pyro. I'm not sure what he was. I'm not sure if he messed up on his lap or.
No, he wasn't. I was on board on like half the lap.
Yeah, as most people are pitting. Snell's going for another lap. That's interesting. Is that a strategic call, do you reckon? Or do you reckon that's him thinking, while everyone's in, I might as well get some clean air and just no distractions, you know?
In my opinion, it's just because he wants to get a provisional pole and hope for the best qualifying possible, and a bit of a strategic move there.
He's down on his time in sector 1. Now these could be used tyres from Q2 or Q1, sorry, we could not know because he got through Q1 pretty easily. So he could have another set of softs in his locker, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He goes purple in sector 2. Now we're gonna have to see what time he produces. He's only
That clip of grass down there I saw? Snell?
yeah, the tiniest bit. Taking it tight through there. He's gonna go on provisional pole by 700ths. What a strong lap. Strong lap.
Could have possibly got a 109 there if he was just a couple hundreds quicker there.
Yeah, yeah, he could. As Ven comes out, Ven seems to be very quick at coming out. He's still got 5.5 minutes, so he's not rushing to do a lap. I reckon he could.
Right.
Yeah, it's Pyro knows he needs to improve on his lap time. Probably looking at the data of what other drivers have set what times. As Ven coming through sector 2 on his out lap, he's going to be starting his lap soon. Ven is pretty quick round here. I have to say he's actually on contestant for a good qualifying here. So Mr. BT, like I said, watch out for Mr. BT, Skip Butties and Snell and Pyro.
And another saying, from Q2, no one is going mediums. Do you think you have a Do you have a reasoning, like a little bit of a reasoning why?
Mediums in Q3.
Q2.
Oh, Q2.
And then no in Q3.
Well, they in the first sector, as they could be doing a medium soft, but I reckon they're hoping for a safety car because medium soft, it will last around here, but tire degradation is strong around here as well, especially on your rears.
Just saying, when Ven got the purple sector 1, I did see him clip a bit of grass there, so that can be a bit of a letdown. But it does not look like it when he gets purple sector 2.
Looks very... Took a bit too much curb there and went onto the gravel, but he's still strong around here. He goes on the grass, clips the grass. I reckon that's what he does to get a better launch in. Let's see what time he can produce coming round into this corner.
Doesn't look right in my opinion.
I think he knows he can improve, like you said in Sector 1. What do you think about that lap?
When it came just after the Sector 2 crossing, it felt a bit weird, because when he got thrown by the curb, in my opinion that was a bit of a letdown, because he did go a bit wide and lost control. Same when clipping the grass just before the banking.
Yep. Well, it's interesting to see Skip Butties is not out yet. He should be coming out if he wants to improve on his time. As it's Pyro comes across the line to start his lap. Mr. BT will be starting his lap soon. So will Snell. Hughes Connor now starting to set his lap as well. I think Mr.
Burger.
Oh yeah, 3 tenths up.
There's an Alfa Romeo, hoping for a good one.
As its Pyro is a 10.5 up on his time. No purple sector 1. So I think he'll be looking for a purple sector 2 through the second sector. But Hughes Connor is strong round here as well. He could be looking for a good qualifying, as its Pyro does go purple sector 2.
It's Pyro now riding the final banking. Down the straight, he will be probably going to hit Snow Hill or not. Wow!
Yeah, but what time will Skip Butties do? He's on his out lap. Snell is now on his lap as well. Looking strong from Snell. Gonna it be interesting? Sorry.
Very, very close there. Just about to hit. And gets P2 currently with 50 seconds left on the clock. Hog going wide. Very strange.
Mr. BT is down on his time as well. Skip Butties with a 1:10.8, 0.8. Skip Butties is going for a strong lap now, I reckon. He's gonna be aiming for that pole position, as is V Robbie retired. I think he had a Q3 ban, so that's why he retired. That's good for Skip Butties, as Skip Butties is his main championship contender, along with Mr. BT, Snell, well, along with I reckon it's Pyro. If he has another few good races, he can get up there, but Skip Butties goes wide through few corners ago, and he's invalidated on his time, so Skip Butties will not be improving.
The question is, can Berger's teammate Hug beat his teammate? No, he won't.
As Toxic Jesus is 800s down though, 800s up, sorry. So at the moment it's looking like it's Pyro is on for pole. I think he knows he's on for pole. So that is it. qualifying is dumb. Which Toxic Jesus will not be improving on his time.
Oh. Big whack there. It's now down to Pyro to improve his lap time. Can he do it? No, he won't.
I think he knew, didn't he? So, Q3. Bit crazy there with some people invalidating on their laps. Q3 rundown is. So, in P1 on pole position we have It's Pyro with a 109.8. And on the second row with him, on the first row with him is Henry Snell. Then we got Mr. BT, Skip Butties, Hughes Connor, Ven, Burger, Hug, Toxic, and V Robbie, who did not set a time.
Let's check out the incidents. Not that much, to be honest. Not as much as I expected.
Well, that was a very interesting qualifying, I have to say.
100%. Do you think they can carry it on to the race?
Well, if Pyro and Henry Snell, I reckon they'll be fighting into turn 1. It's going to be very interesting to see who has a strong start and who doesn't. It looks very overcast at the moment, so, you know, it's going to be a little... There's going to be some improvement, I reckon. Not on their times, but I reckon they'll, pace-wise, they'll be improving.
I have a small feeling it's going to rain, determined by the weather. When it says waiting for players, ooh, that weather doesn't look so pleasant, does it?
No. Just waiting for the players now. Starts 30 seconds until the...
Formation lap?
Yep, until the formation lap.
Those 6 laps about to get underway here when the drivers will be back reformed on the grid after this formation lap.
Interesting to see if It's Pyro will back up the pack through that final banking, just so his tyres aren't that 1 degree colder than the people in the mid or the back of the grid. As lot goes into the polystyrene block. So, only 19 drivers, Whizburn starting at the back. Hack, Yargamer, Lucas, Cam, Lot, Lightning, Michaels, Raynock, Robbie, Jesus, Hug, Burger, Ven, Hughes Connor, Skip Butties, Mr. BT, Snell, and of course on pole, It's Pyro.
There's something to say, when predicted pit stop strategy came up, it's going to be either soft to hards or soft to mediums.
Yeah.
My opinion, 2-stop is going to be a good way. Maybe do maybe a French GP, maybe a Spanish GP from real life.
Yeah. As you're gonna lead the race start, yeah?
Yep, that's fine.
Alright, cool.
As
So,
the drivers on the grid. Sorry.
no, that's fine.
As the drivers reform on the grid, with this Zandvoort race will be getting underway here. Gonna go 5 red lights. Hopefully this is gonna be a good showdown into turn 1 and definitely turn 3.
Yes, indeed. Gonna see some good battling here.
And it is now 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are racing! Great start from it's a great start from Snell. Pretty slacky start there for It's Pyro now going down into the first corner. Snell leads with skip buses behind him. Now going down into turn 3, It's Pyro trying to gain the places back that he's gave to skip buses and Snell. He's like, no mate, you can have that back please. Now go down and there's a yellow flag. There's a Ferrari in the, I believe, spinning. Oh my days! What was that? That's an Alfa Romeo who spun it. That's Berger. Spun it into the wall and lost his front wing.
Yeah, he's dropping down the grid back into the last position as Snell takes P1 of this race. Skip Butties in P2.
Berger currently with a broken front wing. Hopefully doesn't gonna do that much damage.
As Lightning is up 6 places on the race start, Wizbone is up 9, starting last and he's now in 10th, already in the position for points.
Very good. Now down the banking, Snell speeds away from skip butties, hopefully trying to keep him away from any leading. It's Pyro maybe trying to make a move on skip butties. Can he do it?
So it looks like the top 3 are just drifting away from Mr. BT. But of course the top 3
are all fighting together.
The top 3. Well, It's Pyro is on soft, so he's going to be pushing them. He's going to be getting agitated because this is a hard track to overtake at.
And this yellow flag is Berger out of the race. Now we're down to only 18 drivers. Hopefully there's not going to be lots of crashes because that can go through into a restart or maybe just too many safety cars, which can possibly waste time.
And It's Pyro gets past Skip Butty on that back straight. That's interesting. Very interesting. I think he's going to be pushing Snell now. He's going to be wanting to get that first place back, as he had a very poor start. But Snell is just drifting away.
Aaron Berger has just rage quitted out of the session. You'd love to see it.
Yeah, I think he retired in the pits.
I believe so. It doesn't look like it.
Interesting to see Michael's P9 on the hard tyre. He did that yesterday in Tier 2 as well. And he got himself a P2. So, will that be the right call, do you reckon?
I reckon it can be an interesting call, and it's definitely going to get the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it can go to terrible things. As just now, as we speak, Skip Butties has made a move on It's Pyro sub, currently wheel to wheel. Hopefully it doesn't go into contact. No, it won't, and It's Pyro will keep his second place.
Yeah, I think he just had that little bit more overspeed. But as they're battling, that's helping out Snell. That's helping him with his, that's helping him.
And what's happened to Lucas? I believe he spun it. He dropped down massively. Lost a bit of his front wing on the right hand side. As
Mr. BT makes a move on Hugh's corner. I don't know when Hugh got onto him. Probably on the end straight. Looks like Gamer is up 5 places. Tier 2 driver, of course.
We have contact there made by Hughes and Bennett going down into turn 3. And there's a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. But we're back on the way here. Maybe Lucas had done a mistake and now down into P18.
Yep, It's Pyro is catching Snell by quite a bit. Snell's going to start feeling a bit stressed about this. Skip Butties is just hanging on. He's barely hanging on, you know. But it's Pyro will be trying to get Snell very soon in this race.
I absolutely agree with you and Malchus and Rayner. Oh, Rayner's done a mistake. He's almost binned it there.
Oh, and him
Ooh,
and Michaels go side by side and they touch.
A bit of a controversial one there. Both parties definitely will be fighting in the FIA appeals chat tonight.
Yep, of course, Rayner starting P15. So he's made up a good few positions as Snell just is floating away, but not by much. Pyro has a very good exit out of there.
On board here with Malchus, who is trying his best to catch up to Lightning, which is not being a successful try here, but under the Wisburn, who's actually kind of catching up to Rayner here.
Yep, of course, Wisburn, Mr. BT's teammate, has pace, does have some pace.
It is currently a McLaren versus Red Bull fight for P1 as we speak between Snell and it's Pyro now going down the straight. It's Pyro who gets the DRS. I don't think he's going to make the move into turn 1. Slight chance into turn 3, but I don't think into turns after that because it can be a bit too risky now.
Yep, as they're just drifting away from Skip Butties, I reckon he's comfortable in the position he's sat with his championship rival V Robbie in 14th. I think he's pretty comfortable there, just sitting there as Mr. BT is 2 seconds off him. So
yeah. It's Pyro. Both made contact just before, just after the sector 1. Once again, a bit of a controversial one, but Skip Butties is actually slow catching up to its Pyro because it's Pyro and Snell are both fighting, so that's a big gift for Skip Butties, but he has just been thrown by the curb and toxic DNFs in the pits.
yeah, it's interesting to see. I think Lucas has had a bit of a moment in P17. I think he didn't have the best race start, you could say, and it's Pyro. He's not going to make a move now, but it looks like he is going to be soon. Anyway, like I was saying, Lucas will be lapped soon as his pace is just not there at the moment, you could say.
Very intriguing.
And who's that being lapped? I think that is Cam Dude being lapped, or is that Toxic? That's Toxic. Okay, sorry, my bad. Obviously just an AI car at the moment because he is DNF'd from this race. Pyro is really up the back end of Henry Snell's car.
It's Pyro really now challenging Snell, really pushing into the line there.
Yeah, he's got DRS coming down here.
Ooh. They're right on the curb. Do you think that's going to be an advantage?
Coming through there, if you go onto the curb, you've got to come off the throttle. You've got to hit the brakes just in case you go onto the gravel. You know, it doesn't have to be the hardest push on the brakes. It's just got to be that as Wisburn gets past Hack, it's just got to be that little bit more. You know, as Pyro still can't get past Snell, so those soft tyres really looking like they're dropping off at the moment.
Very much agreed. It's Pyro still ruthlessly giving chase, so to Skip Butties in the mediums. It's pretty much a medium sandwich in the top 3 because Skip Butties and Snell the crossed, and then it's Pyro the ham, which is softs.
Yes, very much indeed. V Robbie gets up to 12 as Gamer gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think Gamer is very known for getting his penalties, so.
Yep, and his Pyro did have a little slip there, which loses him a position there. Now he's on the final step of the podium, but he does not give up down the inside. He goes on Skip Butties, can he go into contact? Ooh, a bit of a nudge and its Pyro stays in P3.
Yeah, so well, as we know, Pyro has lots of pace, but so does Skip Butties. You know, they're very, their driving race styles are very much aggressive race styles at times when they want to make their moves. If they want a move, they're going to stick it, you know, as Pyro does get past Skip Butties and Snell. That helps out Snell so much on those medium compounds.
Skip Butties trying to gain back that second step in podium, that medium step, but he is just lacking the pace on those mediums. He will definitely need some new tyres very, very soon.
Yes, well, it is coming up to, if he can hang out for if he can hang them out for around 5 more laps, I would say, he would be able to pit in a comfortable position. As there's only 3 people on the softs right now, but then there has been people who've pitted, so. I want to see how Michaels is doing in P8. As he's on the back end of Lightning actually. This might get him through the straight if Lightning's not careful.
It's Pyro trying to catch up to Snell. It's Pyro does do a bit of a mistake going into turn 1. Bit of a shift of gears, a bit of a problem with the shift of gears with maybe his clutch pedals or with his controller, whatever he is using.
Yes, well, it's Pyro is on controller, but it's interesting to see he hasn't really made up much time on that lap. As it's Pyro goes spinning, goes a little bit wide there and has his rear wheel loss, which he's done twice now, and Skip Butties makes up a lot of time there, as he will probably be wanting to get him through here, if not the main straight, if he cannot get him through here.
On board here still with Skip Butties trying to make a move, maybe down the inside, maybe around the outside. If it's Pyro does that same mistake, it'll be once again another gift for Skip Butties, but hopefully it's not going to be a bad one.
Yeah, well, round here is a very hard track to overtake, you know, it's a qualifying merchant track here, really, if that makes any sense. Oh, as Skip Butties has been pushed onto the inside by its Pyro as he's trying to make a move on its Pyro. Like, if you need here to get a good result, really, because it's very hard to stick overtakes here as the straights are very short. Interesting to see Mr. BT makes up 7 tenths on Skip Butties as well, while it's Pyro and Skip Butties are fighting. And he does it again.
Really, pretty much the only fight I can currently comment about is Hug and Wisburn both fighting for P12, and Hug has done it.
Oh.
Has done it beautifully.
And Lightning goes wide, so I think Lightning's tyres, I think they're dropping off because I think he's just pushed that a little bit too much, as Michaels really is catching him now. Lightning's had 2 incidents in 2 corners where he's just gone wide, and I think Lightning's going to be wanting to pit soon, but I think he knows that those mediums can hang for some time.
I don't want to interrupt you there, but what just randomly stopped in the grid? He's back running again. Ooh, almost his back end just stepped on, kissed the wall there, and Lucas is also out of this race.
Oh, and there's contact.
Between who?
Skip Butties and Pyro, as Pyro does get past Skip Butties, and Skip Butties was trying to get that move done back for P2. Oh no, he was trying to get that move done for P2, sorry, my bad. And I think he just got a bit too eager and just tapped. Gave Pyro a little love tap, but Snell is really just drifting away with this race, don't you think?
Yes, 100%, because the fight between second and third place or Skip in this Pyro has really helped the McLaren of Snell, and his teammate Lightning is trying to defend here from Michaels here going into the last couple of corners.
Yeah, as Mr.
Lightning
BT
goes
is now
far.
getting into... Sorry.
It's fine.
But as Mr. BT is now getting into this podium fight now. Skip Butty does make his move. And he's got past his Pyro, but his Pyro be wanting that place back as soon as possible.
That's our now 4th DNF here in Zandvoort. That was the Ferrari this time. Now going down into the loose S's. It's purple sector 1 for Skid Butters. Wow, he's really on the pace here in the clean air. And he's actually catching up to Snell here. I can see that gap closer from 2.5 to 2.1 seconds now.
Yeah, it's very intriguing. They're both on the medium compound tyres, so I think I think it's Pyro's tyres are really just dropping off right now. You know, I think 12 laps. You know, after a few laps of pushing on those soft compound tyres, they drop off so quickly. Because Mr. BT is now catching insanely and rapidly on his Pyro, you know. Hughes Connor is now looking to get into the fight as well. As his Pyro does pit. He does pit.
In my opinion, a bit of a strategic move there on the softs.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he was hoping to drift away with that first stint, you know, in the first stint. Oh, and who's that going yellow? That's... Yeah, Gamer, spinning round. I think he's out of the race, really. You know, I don't think he's got penalties. I think he's just going to retire in the pits. I think he just wanted to let by the front runners, including Mr. BT, Hughes as well. You know, they're drifting away with this race. As Lightning is P5, not bad for him. But Michaels is catching him insanely rapidly. As Lightning, if he did get promoted from Tier 2, at the start, around 3 races in Tier 1, but it's interesting to see that Michaels is now catching him. I'm going to watch this fight for a few laps. There we go. Yeah, Gamer with another 5-second penalty.
Now we are on board. Oh, game is just laid by Lightning, and Michael's here now going down into the banking down the straight.
So they're both pitting? Oh no. Lightning pitting. Oh, and there's a safety car. Oh, Michaels. He's done. He's going to have to pit if he wants to have a... I think the front runners will want to pit. I think Michaels is going to have to pit if he wants a good... If he wants hope of still getting points in this race. As its Pyro is got very lucky with that, really. You know. Yeah, that's fine. As you know, he's on those medium compound tyres now. I think he saw how quick they were and he thought it's going to be a good second stint. I think that's what he put, probably. But you know, weather hasn't really changed much at all either, so it's still going to be very intriguing to see what happens under this safety car, as we want to see if the front runners are going to pit. I reckon they will pit. Anyway, let's see. As Snell, he will pit. He's going to take that to his advantage. He's probably going to go on the hards or the softs. I'm not sure. The softs will not last out here. Yeah, he's going on to the hards. That's a good call from him. He's going to get out first in P1 again, which is good for him.
I'm back.
So here got Skip Butty still in second. Mr. BT, is he going to get overtaken by Pyro? No, he is not. Will he be overtaken coming through the pit straight? No, he will not. Okay, so Michaels is in P3, still isn't pitted. I don't know what he was thinking there, but he still isn't pitted. The Tier 2 driver, reserving for Tier 1, is in the podium contention, but Mr. BT on fresh tyres will be faster than him. I think we're going to see Michaels drop down the grid quite a bit. Anyway, as this safety car, people just catching up to this safety car. We're going to see what happens here. Sorry for that awkward moment of silence. Just doing something.
Yeah, I was doing something as well.
So, if the back runners, so Whizbone, if he is that Whizbone, yeah. I don't know what he's doing. He's going super slow. I think either his tyres are just really warm or he's got wing damage. I'm really not sure, but he's going to have to catch up real quick if they want the safety car in this lap. So you can see the beautiful Aston Martin safety car. But Snell is going to be leading this safety car.
On the hards as well. Maybe, do you think he's going to run it till the end?
I think the hards can run it to the end. They're very quick when they can, when they're driven into quite a bit. So they will go to the end on the hard compound. Michaels will have to pit at some point. It's going to drop him down so many places. I don't know why I didn't pit. That's his points. Hope gone. Unless there's another safety car.
Agreed.
But Mr. BT will be catching Michaels. Hugh Connor is on the soft compound tyres. Does he think they can last till the end? 20 laps. He thinks he can push 20 laps on those soft compound tyres. Pyro will be catching him during the later stages of the races. Hack and Ven are both in the points. Cam Dude is now in the points as he had a very bad qualifying 3. B Robbie is now in the points. Lightning is out of the points, but will be catching some drivers, I reckon. Yeah, Gamer is still... The safety car's in. Okay, and... So, when is Snell going to go? Snell is going to go...
He's doing a Magello.
And Snell is gone. Snell is gone on the safety car as he gets a very good restart. Both of the Hasses get a very good restart. Mr. BT makes a move on Michaels as Hugh Connor gets overtaken by Pyro. Snell really is just quick on those hard compound tyres compared to Skip Butties in this first sector. And there's 3 wide going through there. Michaels really has dropped down 3 places already. I told you, didn't I? As Hack goes up a place. Michaels is round. Michaels is round as Lightning goes up. So Michaels is now going to want to pit if he wants another chance at this race if there's another safety car. Skip Butties is now 6 tenths up.
Jesus.
I reckon Mr. BT will really be pushing on those hard compound tyres. But here comes Hugh Connor. Hugh Connor will be making his move soon, I reckon, as he goes faster than the second sector. Oh no, Pyro's trying to overtake him, and he does, as Hugh Connor is ghosted. Cam Dude goes up 3 places on that safety car restart. Interesting. Lightning goes up into the points. B Robbie is out of the points. He had a massive moment. I reckon he spun. He had to spin. Wow. Oh no, sorry, my bad. That was Gamer getting overtaken. He's getting lapped. Hugh Connor is now up into the podium position as he overtakes Mr. BT on those soft compound tyres. And who's that pitting? That's Ven and Michaels who pitted. Who's going to get out in front? It's Ven. Whizbone goes into P11. Very good catch up from him, I have to say. Snell's just drifting away with this race. Is there anything you'd like to add to that?
I completely agree with you. There's definitely there might be a chance that someone can overtake him. I have a small feeling, but it should be happening. So yeah, this.
As there's another safety car, this works for Michaels. What do you think?
It will 100% work for Michaels because he is down in P12 there after doing that horrible mistake just into those small S's.
And they're all coming into the pits. What are they going to pit for? Oh! And who's that coming into the pits? That's Gamer, I reckon, coming into the pits. But Snell went to go for a dummy on Skip Butties to see if he would pit as well and follow him. And they both didn't pit in the end. But Hugh Connor is still going to be really quick on those soft compound tyres. As Mr. BT has lost a few places. And Cam is up to 5th place. Pyro is now in 4th. This is a very eventful second stint. Or you could say third stint for some people. And we see the pit stops right now on the race director. As Wisburn has done 5 pit stops.
Pretty rough there.
Robbie's done 4. Something's had to happen between that, don't you think?
100%. There's definitely been contact many times between the two there. It's going to be a very eventful last 16 laps. Michael's really can still get points. He's on those medium compound tyres, but Robbie has pitted as well, so he's going to be quick on those softs. You're looking at him getting up a few positions as he is a very quick driver. %.
Snell again is going to be leading this safety car. Would you like to do the safety car restart this time?
Okay, so we're about to be back on the way, probably safety car on this lap, unless Wisburn won't catch up, and then Snell has spun it just before the pit lane. That is bad news for McLaren.
That is really bad. He's spun it on. He's obviously gone onto that curb. Maybe that's pressure. Maybe that's just him being a bit too eager. Maybe he's wanting the safety car to speed up. You don't know. But Skip Butties is now in the lead of this race. But it's interesting to see there's going to be a soft compound tyre runner versus a hard compound tyre runner. That's going to be very interesting to see as Pyro is now up to 3rd again. So Snell is still in the points. Go on.
So Snell might actually get some points here. Maybe he can hold Michaels and hopefully can catch up once again if there's going to be another safety car.
Well, yeah, that's not good news for him. He started very strong. Started P2, I reckon, wasn't it? And his safety car is in this lap. Okay, so we are gonna have the safety car in this lap. But anyway, like I was saying, he started a really strong race and he's just spun it, and I think he's very angry. He's probably got to be very angry at himself. He's just lost a race win, to be honest. In my opinion, he was going to win the race anyway.
Down the banking, now they go. It's going to be go once again. Off the safety car going into the blitz, and everyone's now starting to speed up, and we're back on the way here in the Dutch Grand Prix. Skip Butties with this better start. Actually, I'll take that back. Hughes just coming straight back on him like a nuclear bomb there.
Yeah.
Just RKO'd into first corner with speed. Gamer very far behind. 4th on the safety car restart, but last with one and a half minute behind.
Yeah, well, he's a lapped car. He's going to be ghosted for the rest of the race unless he unlaps himself by any chance. But Skip Butties had a really strong start, and then just through that turn 1, Hugh Connor just came back on him. Those soft compound tyres are really strong compared to the hard, don't you think?
Yes, I completely agree with you on that one.
But it looks like Skip Butties is keeping Hughes away, but Hughes Connor is going to have a good toe now. But It's Pyro is also behind him on the mediums. We know how quick It's Pyro is, but Hughes and Gamer has spun it. I reckon that's his race over, 100%. Hugh Connor goes first. purple fastest sector, as he is really up the back end of Skip Butty through this first sector.
Yep, 100%.
Interesting to see Cam Dude is now on for a podium if he can, if another safety car happens really. But Pyro is now on the rear end of Hughes Connor as Skip Butties has a massive moment and Hugh Connor goes into P1. Behind him is Pyro. Now, that's two of the race leaders who have bottled it. Will Skip Butties be able to overtake its Pyro again? We know how hard it can be for him.
I feel like they could, you know. I really feel like they could.
Well, Hugh Connor looks to be struggling on those soft compound tyres compared to its Pyro's medium compounds. But Skip Butties, if he can start battling Pyro, Hugh Connor can just drive away with this win, really. But he's got to be nervous. This is a big chance for him, really. You know, look at Skip Butties and Pyro. Skip Butties is already 6/10 away from him. Mr. BT is on Cam Dude as well. V Robbie goes up into 5th place.
And also side by side there for a split second when Michaels and
Lightning, yep.
With Lightning probably could have made contact going into turn 3 there.
Well, Michaels is back up into the points position and Lightning is really under some pressure now compared to Michaels. Michaels is really trying to get those positions back because, as we know, he spun it and he was up into the podium position under that safety car restart. But if we're looking at Hughes Connor is now 8/10 away from Pyro. I think those soft compound tyres, maybe he's pushing his hardest, maybe he's putting the extra little bit of overtake on, you don't know.
Yep, we never know. And also now going Snell, jumping up 2 positions after that safety car restart, hoping to at least catch up to Hug.
As Michaels gets past sorry about cutting you off there, but
fine. That's fine.
Michaels got in front of Lightning and Lightning just sent a move I don't think he should have sent, really. He went very wide as V Robbie is now up into 4th place. Skip Butties is not going to be happy about that one, I can tell you that for sure.
100%.
The Hughes has to be so excited right now, but he's 100% got to be like very nervous.
I agree with you. Hopefully he doesn't do any mistakes and stays focused on the main data.
Well, yeah, coming through that little chicane type thing there. Don't even know what to call it at this point, but he did lose a lot of time there, as he lost through that lap. He lost a total of 4 attempts. Now he's losing even more under DRS. Pyro is going to go and snatch P1 away from him. Hughes Connor will not take that very well, and I think he's going to be chasing for that race win, but he's really just struggling on those soft compound tyres. You know, 9 laps in, that's when they start to drop off. You know, soft compound tyres, they at the start they're very quick and then they'll start to drop off. You know, it's
just painful.
It's painful to see, yeah, 100%. There's 10 laps to go.
Can they pull off something? Can anyone pull off something that can just go under the hat of chatter in the Discord chat? I really wonder.
Now something's happened to Lightning here, because Lightning's really dropped down a few places. I don't know what happens. He's obviously had a moment, hasn't he?
100%. I believe maybe he spun it, because I did see a yellow flag sign. I wasn't going to check because I'm trying to do something here.
That's fine. I'll commentate for the moment. As Michaels, he's got some fresh air, but he's not catching Snell. As Snell goes for a move on R-Hug, and he does stick it, and Mr. BT and Cam Dude are fighting. I'm sure they'll be very very tight racing, as they are both very clean drivers, so they know what lines to take and what moments. As Hugh Connor really just can't get past its Pyro. Skip Butties is now catching on Hughes Connor. I think he's getting a little bit agitated from Hughes Connor, but Hugh Connor can still get a podium here because Robbie is on softs as well, so only 4 laps younger. But Skip Butties is not going to get past Connor right now. Anything else happens? Snell's now caught up with Cam Dude. That's very interesting to see, as our hug is just drifting away from him. But Michaels is just 3 seconds away from our hug. Hack is another 2 seconds away from Michaels. Only 13 finishes here so far, as it stands. And Skip Butties has a massive moment. I think he just got a bit too eager on the throttle right there. Yeah, Gamer, I think his chances at, well, not I think, his chances at getting points, I reckon, in this race, they're done. I think he's got enough penalties to get, to not get points. He can't serve them. His points hopes are done. And as there's a yellow in sector 2, who is that off? That is Hack off. That's interesting to see. Snell's got past Cam Dude. Snell is really fighting through the grid here. Skip Butties. Alright. Skip Butties has really dropped from Hughes Connor. Hughes Connor is going to be liking that, as Hughes Connor is sticking with Pyro, to be fair.
On board here with Hug, who's trying to make a move on Cam Dude, and he spun it! He spun it into the wall! And Cam Dude is now left alone to catch up to Snell here. Rounding here, just left turn 3. I think this is Carousel. I'm sure this was called Carousel.
Yep, Carousel is the very first banking. Type braking.
Okay.
That's interesting to see. Hack retired from the session in the pits. So only 12 finishes now as it stands. That's very interesting to see. Seems like a big thing here to have only 12 finishers, because yesterday in tier 2 there was only 5.
Was there?
Yeah, so it seems like a very common thing for not many finishers to finish here. Hack leaves the session.
That's the thing. And the curse carry on.
Yeah. Skip Butties now sets his fastest lap of the race. But Hugh Connor really is sticking on the rear end of Pyro. I thought his tyres were dropping off, but maybe they're not. Maybe he's saved something for himself. There's 6 laps left to go. Can he take that P2 from him? P1 from him, do you reckon?
There is a small chance, but because the softs are pretty much on their last legs, it will be pretty hard to manage those tyres, because I mean 13 laps on softs, that is not really healthy for the softs around such a track, for example Zandvoort, with many twists and turns.
Yeah, it's a very technical track, especially some corners like this corner here. You've got to hook it in, hook it out, you know, it's very tight around here. And I will be back in literally 2 seconds, okay?
Okay. So Skip Butties is now trying to make a move on Hughes Connor down the straight. DRS is enabled. Into turn 1, he will not have the pace to catch up to him, but there is some hope still left with 6 laps to go here. On board right now with Mr. BT trying to make a move on the Ferrari of V Robbie, but Mr. BT has lost his speed touch, and now V Robbie shall drift away from him. Going down just the corner just after sector 1. Now down one of the straights, pretty short one, to be honest. V Robbie really trying to hold him off and not get at least the top 4 position here. What he expected to do in Mr. BT's books. Skip once again trying to catch up to Hughes. Ooh, a bit of a lap there going into that corner. In my opinion, probably mediums are the best way to go. They're very good for traction, in my opinion, other than the moment where I'm just smell there. Hart trying to make a move on Wisburn down into the onto the banking. Can he improve his 9th place? Can he avenge his teammate into turn 1 side by side? Hart not quite trying to make a move there. Ooh. Can he do it? Maybe down the inside? No, the door gets shut by Wisburn.
It's very interesting to see how much time Skip Butties has improved on.
He has indeed. And now Skip Butties will have the DRS. But so has Hughes. So it can be an even Steven going down into this corner. Ooh, a bit of going a bit too deep there for Skip Butties. A bit of a cut into it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's been very interesting to see there. Very interesting stuff. As there's only 4 laps left remaining in this race.
Into turn 1 now, as BT is now trying to make a move on V Robbie around the outside. No, he can't. He just misses out.
So Mr. BT is looking to gain that 4th position that he held for most of the first stint. Cam Dude has now dropped into 7th. He was in 4th. Michaels is now in 8th. Very interesting stuff from the Tier 2 driver.
And currently Skip Butties is now trying to make a move on Hughes. He gets the DRS. Can he make the move into one of the most trickiest parts on the track? Not quite. Once again, he does the exact same mistake that he done a lap
previously. Did V Robbie lose some wing there? It looked like some wing came off V Robbie when he went over that bump. Interesting. I don't think it'll make much difference, but very interesting to see. As Mr. BT has a massive moment there. Skip Butty is now 3/10 of Hugh Connor. As who's that? Snell spun round the final banking. So GCL Michaels is now up to 7th. Just as Snell started to see some progression. But Skip Butties is really on the rear end of Hughes Connor now. Progression from Wisburn though. Started 9th and now is in the points. Gonna get 2 points if it stands that way. As Mr. BT got past Robbie. Very interesting stuff there. They had a little battle through there. Sorry didn't get to catch it all, but Robbie does get past him very, very smoothly.
Now going down. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Okay. So now going down into corner just after sector 1 here. Everyone has at least double digits laps of use on those tyres, and Hughes' softs are just not healthy. 18 laps running, and down the inside goes Skip Botties. Ooh, almost colliding there. Would have been lots of complaining.
Yeah, I think Hughes has got probably a little bit shaky from that. I think he's just trying to hold on to his position, you know. I don't think he's trying to lose any positions here. But if Pyro really is just going away with this race, if it stands how it is, it will be his 3rd race win in a row.
The bosses will have the DRS going down to turn 1. Around the outside, can he do it?
No, it's good defending from Hughes corner, but they're going to go side by side into this corner. No, they're not. I think Skip Butties just knew that if he's patient, it will come on this last lap. Our GCL Michaels is now up into 6th place as V Robbie had, I think he spun. He spun and we missed it. And now Snell's trying to go for a move on him. So much contact, so much contact. That's going to be brought up. That is going to be brought up. What is Robbie doing? As Cam Jude has just dropped down. What? Wow. Rory is not wanting to give Snell any space through there. But Hughes Connor is now going to lose out on his 2nd place if he does not hold this.
Round the outside goes Skip Botty side by side. Can he do it? Can Hughes fight back?
No.
No, he can't.
He cannot. But can he get a good enough drag through here? I don't think he can. But here comes, it's Pyro to win the Netherlands GP. Skip Butties in 2nd. Oh, Hugh Connor got him. It was a photo finish. Wow. Hugh Connor comes P2 and Skip Butties comes P3. I don't think Skip Butties will be very happy with that. But Mr. BT comes across the line. So does GCL Michaels to come 5th. Wow.
I feel like Skip Butties had a penalty.
Oh, he might have done. He might have done. Anyway, that is your Netherlands GP for tier 1 of SBR. Here's the final standing. In 1st place we've got It's Pyro, then Hugh Connor, Skip Butties, Mr. BT, Michaels, B Robbie. Hold on a minute. And then I think it was Snell. No, the driver of the day was there's your driver of the day, Wisbone. And there's your podium finish. But like I was saying, Robbie, then Wisbone, then Snell, Cam and Lightning. Lightning does finish in the points. Anyway, what a good race that was. What a good session that was. See you next time.